it up north at 4, continuing on with the Bead funding, and of course broadband and what is happening. So Tony, there is an application date coming up. So elaborate a little bit more on that and what it entails.
Right. So, like I said, Monday we had a lot of folks, and in the previous, before Christmas, we had internet service providers give us proposals. So, so we could check to see which one we want to support. We have made a decision with the Internet Committee, and we have put a resolution in front of the county board, and within the next week or two that will become public knowledge. And so we have looked at that because we need to get the documents to the internet service provider we picked by the end of the month. And they need to put their application in. And one thing we didn't talk about is we're hoping to get between $25 and $35 million back to the county through this grant program, which won't cost our residents and businesses anything. It will all just be through this grant. So it's a big deal for the county.
And Claire, speaking of residences here, eligible 5,644 people. And there's a map online at PSC that shows where these wires could go to. Not everybody's going to get one, but this is targeting very rural areas, correct?
Correct. It's targeting the underserved areas. So some of them are near a big city, but for some reason they didn't get covered. So we're filling in the gaps of where people don't have it. And I have friends that live in some of the areas that people across the street have it, but they don't. So it's helping with that. The other good thing about this is if they do build and they don't have things to some other areas, they might be able to use that fiber to get to some other areas that people just are underserved.
And then so where can, like if people are interested in finding this, where can people look for this map?
It's on the Public Service Commission website, and it does show the ones that the government has said they'd like us to try to price.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's interesting now that the government is behind this 100%. These grants are large for a reason, right? And they believe in the power of the internet to kind of expand in communities. Can you speak to that a little bit about what the internet means to counties like ours?
Well, let's start from the very beginning. We started by having electricity come to the Northwoods. Then we had TV come. Then we had satellite come. We sort of had cell phones in most areas. But it really means that we're going to give people that ability to feel like they live in a bigger city, to be able to have that connectivity, and to be able to talk and deal with people, to play games, to watch videos, to live stream, that a lot of them don't have right now.
I would add that it really does add to a person's quality of life.
Yes.
In terms of medical care access quickly, right? Those kind of things you don't think of with broadband or with internet access because it's so normal in rural or urban areas. To have that in the outside of bigger cities is a thing. I know lots of people who don't move up here because they feel like they can't get a wireless signal to get emergency services, right?
Well, and I have a lot of friends who are realtors, and they'll tell me that's one of the first questions they're asked is, can I get high speed? Do I have fiber to that place? So that's very important to people who want to move here, too.
Well, you guys are leading the charge. We appreciate that. Always big news coming out of this, though. So you guys please keep your finger on this for us. And then when they make an announcement of which ISP you decide to go with, you can come back on and talk about it because this is meaningful stuff for a lot of people.
Great.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Well, thank you guys. And we'll be right back after this break.